Hey guys, it's Sue. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm making a Scandinavian IKEA-esque home. I was inspired because of the survey that The Sims 4 sent out that was asking about the direction we want the game to go in, and one of them was what brands do we want The Sims 4 to partner up with, and of course I said IKEA because I'm old enough to remember the Sims 2 IKEA stuff pack, which is my favorite stuff pack of all time. And because of that, I said I am going to make an IKEA home, Scandinavian home, because the Tiny Living stuff pack has a lot of that type of furniture in it, and I absolutely love it. So basically 90% of this build is Tiny Living stuff pack. The outside I thought looked more like kind of like a country home or a farmhouse or something, so I actually call it a country Scandinavian build if you find it on the gallery, and that is why. And another little funny thing, I took pictures of this build when I was done for social media, and I could not figure out what was the front and what was the back of the build when I was looking at the photos because the front and the back look identical. The other thing is this lot, you guys. I absolutely love this lot. It feels like it's in the middle of nowhere, and I actually want to put a link in the bottom of my video to a Reddit post about somebody who actually took all of the worlds and all of the lots in The Sims 4 and they made a lighting map saying which lots are best at what time of day and if there's anything blocking your view when you put it on the gallery. I have some people asking me on my Instagram page, like, you know, what lighting mods I use in my game and things like that, and I don't use any lighting mods. All of the lighting in my game is either just the normal in-game lighting and a little bit of post-processing in Lightroom before I post. And so I always refer to people to this Reddit post because it helps so much. So I'm going to put a link to that below, but if you want, you can just Google like Sims 4 lighting map and it's a Reddit post. It'll pop up. It's not completely updated. There's a lot of worlds that are not in there because this was done a while ago, but it still is really, really helpful. That's what I do before I even start a build. I pick out a lot off that map and then I go look at it in person and all the different lightings because, yeah, it just makes things a lot easier. So anyways, back to the build. I was trying to make like a little bump out area there, but it just wasn't working. I didn't like the way the roofing looked because it wasn't centered correctly between the two porch roofs there. So I kind of just gave up on that. The other thing is I was trying to make a porch on the other side of this build, just that was going to go off of the master bedroom. I don't know if I already got rid of that. I wasn't paying attention, but that wasn't working out either, so I got rid of it. So I just stuck to the two in the front. The other thing that you'll see me doing is manipulating the terrain a little bit with the terrain tools. That's one thing that I need practice on. I'm not very good at using the terrain tools. I rarely use them. Well, I want to start using them more because it really does make your builds kind of like stand out, look a little more realistic. If you go to my social media, you will see that I made a hilltop Gothic farmhouse that is like on top of a mountain, basically. That took me a long time, and I don't think I'll ever do that again because the landscaping was not great on that. So when you make a big hill, a big steep hill, the landscaping wants to hover right above it. So it was so hard for me to do, and I was trying to flatten it out. The other thing is I wanted it to work. I wanted my sim to be able to walk up and down, so I would do it so that, and I would play test it, my sim would walk up to the front door, great. Well, now I'm trying to landscape, oh, it's hovering, so I try to flatten out parts, put some landscaping there, play test, oh, now my sim can't walk down the hill. Okay, so it was a lot of that. The house itself took me probably, I don't know, 2 hours to build. The terrain tools took me like, I worked on it over a couple of day period. I don't even want to know how many hours I spent on it. So I don't think I'm going to do that ever again, but I am going to use some light terrain manipulation, as you can see I'm doing here with a lot of my builds, because it does make it a little more realistic. And this right here is my very first time ever using terrain tools. So some of you might be cringing watching me do it. It's literally my first time. Never did it before. So not bad for a first try. And to do it on camera, usually when I try something new, I stop my video from recording and just do it and then, or edit it out later, but I'm like, I'll just go with it. So anyway, hopefully we get to the inside here soon. This is kind of a long video, so I don't think I'm going to talk over the whole thing. I'll add some music at the end, but I do want to get to the inside soon because I want you guys to see my little tiny living furniture extravaganza because I absolutely love that type of furniture. Even in real life, my whole house is basically hand-me-downs, and IKEA, which we have an IKEA about 20 minutes from our house. I feel lucky about that because a lot of people don't have one. I order online a lot too because I still get the catalog, which I know is weird because it's 2020. Why do we have catalogs? But I do, and I love looking at it. I love looking at the room inspirations, and I actually sadly use the room inspiration for Sims and not my real life. I wish I could use it for my real life, but I don't. So working on this back porch that somehow makes the house look identical in the front and the back, and then when I was looking at my photos, couldn't figure out what was the front, what was the back, which I guess is good because now you can use either door as your front door if you want. If you place it on a different lot and it's facing the wrong way, it doesn't really matter because you can use either side. So anyways, one thing that I said that I wasn't going to talk about, but then I saw some other simmers that I watched talked about it. I'm just going to briefly talk about the COVID situation. So we are kind of in the middle of an outbreak right now. I live in the United States, so it's not as bad as some other places in the world, but I just want to say that I hope that everybody is safe and doing well. We are doing well here. We're kind of on a semi-quarantine, not by because we have to, but because we just kind of want to. I work in healthcare, so it's been kind of a crazy week, and you know, I don't know if I've been exposed, so I've just been trying to limit myself from going into public, which honestly I have no problem doing because I'm kind of an introvert and I just want to sit in my room and play The Sims, so it's kind of all been working out for me. So anyway, I just wanted to say that I hope everybody is safe and doing well, and I hope everybody continues to stay safe and do well. But anyway, I just wanted to touch on that. I'm going to head back to the build now. So I was just working on the floor plan here, which I have trouble doing floor plans sometimes, and this one just seemed to really fall together easily, and I love when that happens. I wanted to do a semi-open floor plan. I didn't want it to be completely open because I do feel like modern builds right now are kind of going away from that completely open floor plan and now sort of putting up walls to slightly break it up a little bit, which I like a little bit better. I've never been a total fan of these humongous rooms that are like 4 rooms in one. I prefer a little bit of separation, and the kitchen I absolutely love because I love the wall with the archway, and then I've got that little island area for sitting that looks into the kitchen but is actually in the dining area. I just really like that. I haven't done something like that in my builds before, but it just kind of worked out. I didn't even set out to like do it. It just sort of happened. Basically, I think the entire first floor, living room, kitchen, dining room are my favorite rooms in the house, and I also love the porch with the office in it. I always have one part of a build that I love the most and I'm most proud of, and it's usually like one room. Well, it's basically the entire first floor. Not that I don't like the second floor. And also, I make use of the university shower. I absolutely love this. I think that is one of the best things they put into this game. You can make like custom showers now. It's opened up a whole new world. So I do end up using that. So that's awesome. So another thing, I've been trying to up my builds because I want to get ahead of them, and I try to post daily on my Instagram page, and I'm kind of running out of builds and I feel like I'm repeating stuff over and over again. So I think I'm going to do what a lot of simmers do and say, if you have an idea for a build, please put it below and I will try my best to make it, because I am running out of ideas, guys. And I think we're just going to have to go into repeat soon. I actually recently just built 2 Gothic farmhouses pretty close to each other because I went through a little phase there where I was kind of obsessed with Gothic farmhouses and couldn't stop reading about them and looking at photos and building them in my game. But I think I'm over that right now, and I am running out of ideas, so let me know below if there's something you want me to build. So I am working on the dining room right now, and I think I'm going to move on to the living room next, but I think this is where I'm going to end the voiceover. I really have nothing else to say, so we're going to let you guys just enjoy some music and watch the rest of this build. So thank you for watching. If you like this content, then please leave a big thumbs up below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks.
I'm a little bit naughty, I'm a little bit too consumed, but every part of my body is telling me to run away from you. Come a little bit closer, yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer, yeah. You're a little bit crazy. It's been days but you never change. What's love got to do with it? He comes around, better knock that stuff down. Come a little bit closer, yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer, yeah. To all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly, I'm too fly. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. You're a little bit selfish. You get mad every time you lose. You can't take me with you. I'm scared you're gonna blow your fuse. Come a little bit closer, yeah. I can really start over, yeah. In the back of my mind, there's someone waiting on me. You're just wasting my time because you're scared and lonely. Finally got some closure, yeah. I can finally start over, yeah. To all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly, I'm too fly. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Here's to the memories. Cheers to who used to be. Your friend said that you left me. I'm glad that's what you believe. To all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly, I'm too fly. Oh, bye-bye, bye-bye. U-G-L-I, that's how you spell goodbye. U-G-L-I, you'll never see me cry. U-G-L-I, that's how you spell it. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.